President-elect Trump says he is going to crack down on undocumented workers, and he says that includes mass deportations. Well, New York Mayor Adams says he does not support mass deportations, but he says he is making it clear today, like so many in both parties, the immigration system is broken, and he's willing, he says, to work with the White House to try to fix it. With that story, here's Eyewitness News reporter N.J. Burke.
The questions have dogged Mayor Adams for the past 7 days. Donald Trump has promised to deport millions of undocumented immigrants. Nearly 500,000 are in New York City alone. Some living here for decades.
What's your position, sir? Should the city cooperate?
Adams told reporters that what matters most is securing the border.
Fix immigration so that no city will have to go through what I went through.
You are the mayor.
Yes.
And the city will have decisions to make. Do you think that people need to know where you stand on this?
Yes, very clear. I'm not a supporter of mass deportation. I am a supporter of making sure our borders are secure. Whomever is paroled into this country has a pathway to employment so they can provide for themselves. This is inhumane. This is inhumane.
The mayor acknowledged that he must uphold the city's sanctuary city laws, largely shielding undocumented immigrants from immigration agents. Speaking on Fox News, Trump's incoming border czar made this prediction if the city does not cooperate.
We may have to double the number of agents we send in New York City because we're going to do the job.
Tonight, Jumaane Williams, the city's public advocate, accuses Adams of selling out. This mayor seems willing to either stand alongside Trump or to look the other way in the face of an agenda that harms the same people that the mayor claims to represent.
Oh, that is not good. Because this guy is actually supposed to be the guy that takes over for Mayor Adams, especially if he is found guilty for the crimes that he is being charged with. This is not okay. This is not really good. This is not a good look for New York. This is not a good look for the mayor department. It's not a good look for the citizens of New York either. And honestly, the people had voted. The people have voted. They made it clear who they wanted as their president. Now you have to respect what the people want. And for him to get up there and say he's not against, he's not for mass deportation, but he's for protecting the borders, you can't really have it one way and not have it the other. You're going to have to deal with the problem, and you're going to have to take care of the problem. Now, whether that means that they seal up the border and fix whatever they have now that's in the city, to deal with those people accordingly, then that means that they have to deal with them accordingly. Whether that means they leave them alone, let them get their jobs, let them get their citizenship, let them get their papers together, or if they're committing crimes and etc., they have to go back. They got to go back home. They got to go back where they came from, and we all understand we don't want criminals in our city. It's kind of obvious. And obviously, it's not all migrants, it's not all immigrants that is dealing with this this criminal mindset, but the criminal mindset of some of these migrants are really affecting a lot of the majority of people that are coming in here really just to do what they have to do to survive. And it's crazy because, again, that guy that is supposed to be taking over the mayor, he's supposed to be having the mayor's back. Like, they're supposed to be on the same team. And I know he's going through his little troubles right now, Mayor Adams. He's been going through a lot, but he has also done a lot for the city. A lot of positive things, which, you don't want to forget those things when it comes to times like these, because the bus is coming and it might run them over, but you don't want to be ran over also, because if you think that you're just going to get away with, throwing the mayor under the bus, saying he's selling out, it's not going to look good when he's on top and he's cleared of all his charges, and if things go according to plan, he's going to be free. and still the mayor. It's not going to be a good look for his administration, for them speaking out like this, especially this guy. I think he should have kept his mouth a little bit shut. I think he should have played it cool. Let his opinion be his opinion. Talk to the mayor about it, and they settle it like that. But for him to come out with a public statement like this to say he's a sellout, it's a little fishy to me in New York, man. A little fishy. But let's finish this off.
Speaking on Tiempo to air on Sunday, New York's immigration commissioner said the city's immigrant community has a more immediate problem.
We saw this 8 years ago. People immediately stopped sending their children to school, stopped going to emergency services, medical services, stopped going to the police for support. We want to mitigate that.
Mayor Adams did not say how the city would push back against any large-scale deportations, adding that any change to the city's sanctuary city laws would have to come from the city council.
Very, very interesting. I really do want to see what they are going to end up doing with this. The mayor of New York, he has a lot on his plate right now. I can't even lie. He's been going through it for these past couple of months, and he has to make himself look good in a lot of people's eyes. So he has a big job on his hands, and it's the mayor of New York, one of the biggest cities, one of probably the most populated cities in United States of America. So he's got a lot to deal with. And they're a sanctuary city, which means if migrants come in looking for asylum and they have nowhere to go, they can be placed in New York and they will take them in. A lot of places are like that. Boston is like that. Chicago is like that. Denver is like that. A lot of these places that you hear that are having these really, really bad migrants crisis, a lot of these places are sanctuary cities, and they actually asked for it to happen. They put this stuff on themselves. So I'd really like to know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below, man. Let me know y'all thoughts. I actually am starting to think of Mayor Adams as a little bit more, how can I say this without sounding wild? I think Mayor Adams is starting to have a lane of his own. I think that he's not really being controlled anymore. When I look at the Democratic Party, I see a lot of people that they use the same talking points, and everything is pretty much scripted. But I noticed with Mayor Adams, he's not really like that. He's not really like the rest of the Democratic Party. He's more has his own voice. He more has his own will, his own free mind. And he likes some ideas that work, and some ideas, obviously, they don't work. And that's a part of being in this leadership position here. He's got to test and see what works and what does not work. But I think that Mayor Adams is actually, he's got a big task ahead of him, and I think he's been doing a decent job holding it down for the New York City people. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below. I'd really like to know y'all thoughts. Are y'all pro immigration? And if so, what is the limit? What is the limit? Should there be a limit to come in? Should there be mass deportation? Should criminals stay in America? Should they split up families? Let me know y'all thoughts, man. I really like to know y'all thoughts. I think that they splitting up families, obviously, I think that that's wild. But at the same time, if I know, because I'm an American citizen, but my parents migrated here, so you can call them migrants. I know if my mom or my dad realized that I was doing some wild stuff in the United States of America, after all the hard work and dedication it took to get to the United States and be where we are today, and they look at me and I'm doing some wild criminal stuff, they probably gonna tell me to go back home also. So I get it. Let me know y'all thoughts about this down in the comments below, man. I'd really like to know y'all thoughts about this. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for your boy. It's your boy Dgotsauce, man. Until next time, peace.